Right from the very first moment, before a single word is exchanged, you can sense that this encounter is going to be tense. The auditor walks toward the station with his camera steady, his steps calm and deliberate. And even though nothing has happened yet, you can feel the atmosphere shift, almost like the building itself knows what's about to unfold. Moments later, an officer steps into frame, already wearing an expression that silently says, "I don't like what you're doing." This is the moment where everything begins to spiral, all because of a camera in a public space.
A huge distribution part of this side here. Don't know how many bays that could be. I'm just
He's filming today used to have a fully functional public front counter until it closed years ago. Since then, only probation meetings and bail check-ins happen inside, but the outside area remains completely open to the public. As the auditor walks around, you'll notice details most people never pay attention to: the bright yellow emergency phone mounted on the wall, the sturdy metal gate leading to the private parking bay, and even a line of unmarked police cars tucked behind security fencing. He doesn't cross any barrier. He doesn't walk into restricted areas. He simply observes, quietly and legally, from a public space. But the moment the officer spots him, everything changes.
I'm telling you to turn that off. You haven't got permission to film.
You don't tell me anything, pal.
I tell you what, I'm here.
Right, well, am I off your property now?
Right, turn that off.
I'll continue filming from here.
I tell you what, stay there, I'll get police, and then they'll confiscate that then, yeah? Because you haven't got permission to film. So just stay there.
Before you go,
just stay there.
I'm about to fly a drone over.
And I will get the police. You stay there.
Now here's where the legal misunderstanding starts. In the UK, filming in public is not just allowed, it is a protected right. Anyone standing on a pavement, a footpath, or any area not clearly restricted has full legal freedom to record anything they can see. That includes officers, vehicles, and station exteriors. Yet within seconds, the officer claims he's filming private property. That statement is simply incorrect. Public buildings, police vehicles, and officers are funded by taxpayers. They're not private, and they cannot demand permission for filming. Her tone is polite at first, but the moment she realizes the auditor knows the law, everything shifts. She stiffens her posture, her voice tightens, and she begins repeating the same claim over and over, almost as if she's relying on memorized lines rather than actual legislation.
We'll have a little walk across and see what there is to see at this side. Seems to go all the way around the back as well, so if we have a little wander down now, we could actually get round the side.
As the tension builds, watch her closely. She glances repeatedly at the police vehicles behind her, almost as if trying to use them as visual backup for her argument. She shifts her weight, adjusts her radio, and changes her stance to something more authoritative, the classic "I'm in charge here" posture officers adopt when they feel challenged. But the more she talks, the clearer it becomes that her argument is shaky. She repeats the same sentence again and again, almost word for word. It sounds less like an official rule and more like something she's been told but never questioned. Most people, at this point, would panic or back off. But the auditor doesn't. He stays polite, calm, and confident, asking her repeatedly to cite the law she's referring to. That question alone is enough to unravel the officer's entire position.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm just.
Don't need all these, really.
Yeah, I've just got to say, it is. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for letting them
It's just that they've made me aware of it because I'm health and safety for the site, you see.
You're health and safety for the site, brilliant, thanks for letting me know. I'm just doing a quick video tour, and then I'm going to fly my drone over the place and get some kind of, have a little zoom in on some of the interesting places to see what we can see basically. Just a nosy, just being nosy.
Right, okay, because obviously you know it's private property, and obviously we can't obviously allow you to do a drone over the actual area.
Oh, you won't need to allow me, I'm just going to do that anyway, because I'm allowed to do it.
Right. And what permission have you had to do that?
It's not kind of a permission-based thing. It's like you're allowed to do whatever you want as long as you don't break any laws or anything like that. So
you've got a licence for your drone then?
I have got a licence for my drone, yeah.
Can you show it?
I'd rather not show the licence because it was...
I need to see your licence. If you've got a licence...
Security for the site, by the way.
That you're going to fly over our building, I need to see your licence.
You don't need to see my licence.
Yes, I do. By law.
This next section reveals everything about the officer's understanding, or misunderstanding, of the law. Listen carefully to the exact phrase she uses. "You can't film here because it's a working police station." This line is one of the most misused phrases in UK policing. A station being operational does not override public rights. It does not transform a public area into private property. As she talks, her radio crackles. That's a sign other officers are listening in, possibly debating whether they should step out or let her handle it. She folds her arms across her chest, a classic defensive gesture, and she keeps avoiding the core question: what law prohibits filming here? The auditor even gives her multiple opportunities to correct herself or provide clarification, but instead she just returns to the same incorrect statement. Moments like these are exactly why auditors exist, to document misunderstandings that could easily escalate into unlawful detentions, complaints, or lawsuits.
Filming you, you've walked up to me. You've walked up to me and you're getting really angry for nothing. You're talking rubbish.
You're filming on private property. That's my job.
You just said to me that it's against the law. What law is that? Are you just going to walk away without telling me what law it is?
I don't know what law it is.
Well, why are you telling me?
That you need to get permission to film on private land, and you have to have a licence to fly a drone.
That don't make sense. You just said there's a law, but you don't know what law. You're not making any sense. You're very angry at the moment, I think. Just calm down. No. There's nothing to worry about.
I tell you what, we'll get the police and let the police deal with it. Like I said to you earlier, I went and got my health and safety manager first to give you a chance. You still don't want to do anything, so we'll ring the police and let them deal with it, because you're filming and you're still filming, and I don't want you filming me.
I'm not filming you. You've walked up to me.
Filming me, and that is against the law.
That's not. You've walked up to my camera. Oh, you haven't walked up to my camera.
Land, which I am allowed to do.
Yeah, that's private land. Past that line there.
Now watch very carefully, because the next few seconds are incredibly revealing. There's a brief pause where she doesn't speak at all. It's only a second or two, but that silence is the moment she realizes she has no legal ground to stand on. Her eyes lower for a split second. She adjusts her stance. She takes a very slight step backward. These are tiny, unconscious gestures, but they say more than words ever could. Even the officer in the background hesitates, clearly unsure if the colleague's claims are legally sound. This is the moment where intimidation collapses, and reality sets in.
That's all defined as entering or interfering with private property without the owner's permission.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's only what it's given me.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I can tell.
Obviously, I need to ask that question.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that you've been really good to me. You've been really nice to me. You haven't got angry. You haven't started getting upset or anything like that. You haven't told me what I can and can't do. So I'm going to let you know. It's a 249 gram drone. That means I can fly it anywhere I like, apart from places that are forbidden, like airports, prisons, things like that. So it is legal. I am allowed to do it. I do it often to buildings just to get the beauty of the building and put.
Eventually, the officer's tone softens. She moves away from making absolute statements and begins using more vague phrases, the kind officers rely on when they know they can't enforce what they're saying. She repeatedly glances at the camera, reminding herself, consciously or not, that every second of this interaction can be reviewed, shared, and scrutinized. Even the slow movement of the station doors behind her adds to the tension, almost like the building itself is reacting to the situation. Throughout all of this, the auditor remains incredibly calm. He doesn't mock her, he doesn't escalate, he doesn't argue. And because he stays composed, the situation de-escalates naturally. This is exactly how you avoid unnecessary arrests, misuse of power, or legal
own purposes.
Right, okay.
So just so you know.
Like I say, I'm not familiar with, I've never come across this before, so this is the first time. But I will need to do a bit more digging and find out what's going on, and I will have to come back to you.
Okay, that's fine. And just Google, if you Google 249 gram drone law, just Google that, and it should show you.
What you're witnessing here is precisely why filming is essential. Without a camera, this incident could have easily turned into a misunderstanding, a wrongful accusation, or even a complaint against the citizen. But with video, everything becomes clear: tone, posture, accuracy, behavior. Auditors like this don't go out to provoke, they go out to document, to educate, to expose gaps in training and public understanding. And every interaction like this sets a precedent, not just for officers but for the public too. These recordings teach people their rights, and they also teach officers what is, and isn't, enforceable. So here's a question for you watching. Do you think the officer genuinely believed filming was illegal, or was